All right, good day, everybody. This is E. Marcel Bertut, and welcome to another edition of Fighting Peaches. And we are here with Georgia Tech volleyball head coach Michelle Collier. Michelle, thank you for joining us on your week preparing for Pitt. How are things going with the team as you get ready for another top 15 matchup?
Yeah. It doesn't get any easier, right? Played number one and turn around, played number three or four. I don't know, they got ranked this week, but yeah, I mean, we're excited. We're excited for the opportunity. Felt like we competed well at Louisville. I think still a couple things on our side that we got to continue to do better. So we were able to just rest a little bit. We finally had a weekend off here where we don't get very many of those during the season. So we hit a little bit of a reset button here mentally, physically, and just really ready for kind of this next wave of matches coming up and finishing conference play strong and then getting into the NCAA tournament.
It was a very competitive match against Louisville, back and forth. You've did very well at certain points, took them very close to it. Is this a matchup that you like to see the team get in tournament mode? Because the ACC does not have a tournament, so it's a unique perspective. I think you could talk about that a little bit as well. Since you don't have a conference tournament to get in that mindset of being one and done and everything like that, do these matchups against Louisville, and we'll preview Pitt in a little bit, get the team in that mentality of playing elite level competition at this stage of the year?
Yeah, I mean, it was something that we talked about in the locker room after the match, that it's actually a big privilege, to be able to play this tough matches, feel that kind of pressure where it's such a great team on the other side that you can't make mistakes, or if you make mistakes, you got to work really hard to make up for them. And you really got to fight for every point, and the small details end up making a big difference, and it's nice to be able to have to put ourselves in this position. Three of our last four matches here are against top 15 RPI teams. And so we understand that it's a very strong schedule. I think as a conference was something that we wanted to do because of that as well, to be able to give ourselves a chance to really compete at a high level at the end of conference, and prepare ourselves for, just high level play in the tournament. So I think it's great that these teams are doing so well that they're really forcing us to have to play well and to execute well, and to feel the pressure of what it's like to play where, every ball counts and you really got to be at your best. And I felt like we did that at a lot of points in the Louisville match, not as consistent as we would like, but it's something that we continue to grow and get better. And then Pitt's going to be just kind of the same feeling and approach and environment. So we understand we're going to have to do some really great things to compete against that team.
Yeah, you get Pitt on Friday at 4 p.m. at O'Keefe Gymnasium. Pitt comes in number 3 in the country. You handed them one of their only 2 losses of the season. But what about that contest? You've seen them up close and personal. What about Pitt and this type of matchup? This time you get them at home. So what will that experience be like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough to play them, a well-coached team, a team that has tons of confidence, that, has performed really well against us in the past. And so it's always a team that we really got to be at our best to compete with, but we've seen that we can do it. I think that we understand what needs to be done, and we need to execute on the level that we need to play to have a chance to compete and win these matches. And we're just grateful for another opportunity for a great match at home. We're sold out, so it's going to be a great environment, against a great team. And that's what you want to be doing, towards the end of the year. So we're excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, 2 more things. Offensively, I was just doing my research. Your team leads the nation in kills per set, second in assists per set. What's been the key just to have so much offensive success this year as a unit? Is it experience? Has it been just a change, not a change in approach, but just executing better? What's led to just so much success on the offensive end for the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, no, I think just a combination of factors. You know, good passing, great leadership from our setter, experienced setter who understands our hitters and situations and what we want to do. So she's putting them in good situations, and then hitters who are being effective. They're scoring and they're capitalizing in those situations. Um, I think that experience is definitely a big thing, but I also think having a balanced offense and having our middles, continue to be effective and be able to have our pins, just used to a heavy load of balls and being able to score in not so perfect situations. And then a defense that keeps giving our hitters more opportunities to swing as well. So just a combination of a team dynamics that that's going really well. And I think that we also have a very competitive gym, and that makes our players have to do things at a high level consistently every day. And so I think that definitely the strength of our group, and everybody that's a part of it, forces everybody to do things at a level higher. And so I think that it's been great to see how efficient we're executing in that part of the game. But I really think it's the ultimate team sport, and it's all these little things add up to what we're doing. So it's hard to point out one thing that it's the reason. I really think that it's a lot of key factors that don't, they all coexist. So it's been great to just see that the team is being able to do that, but it's a reflection of our gym and our environment, our training and our players, and our trainers and strength coaches who are making them healthy and stronger. And so it's a whole collective thing that our players are just executing on the opportunity that they have to kill balls. So I mean, hopefully we'll continue to do that at a high level, and keep getting better.
And lastly, we've been doing this long enough where I remember a few years ago, you were pushing a petition just to get in the NCAA tournament about strength of schedule, RPIs, things along those lines. You will be in the NCAA tournament this year. I know you don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse or look too far, but you will be involved in it. But my question is there a same push or pitch towards, you mentioned wanting to get those home matches, being a national seed? Do you look at that type of stuff as well? Do you still have that approach where you're putting some numbers together that you want to be recognized in that way? Or is it different than when you were a few years ago just trying to get into the tournament?
No, no different. I mean, we started a year with our goal to get back in the tournament, and I think by the way we performed and executed against our opponents, and maximized our RPI opportunities with our schedule, and really challenge ourselves with a very strong strength of schedule and maximize in those opportunities. I mean, we definitely earned the right to now be talking about possibly hosting, uh, first and second rounds here. I mean, we're number 6 RPI, um, and a number 6 RPI has usually been a host, a top 16 seed. So we're hoping that that continues to be the case. But yeah, I think that we've done a great job all year. I think we earned the position that we're in, and we earned that by the work that we've been doing not only this year, but many years ago when we all started. So I think it's great to see um, these things. It's great that we earned that. We didn't have an easy way in, but I think that once we opened that door, we really maximized the opportunity. It was great to be in the tournament last year, um, and it's great to be going back this year, and hopefully hosting at home too. So that will be an even added experience to this great group of girls that have been done a lot for this program. So we're going to focus on the matches we have ahead and kind of leave that out to the committee, but really just trying to perform every day at our best. Against the next one is Pitt, then we'll go to the next one and the next one. But our goal is to just keep this game being played at a high level, challenge ourselves to keep getting better, and then see where it goes.
And actually, we'll end on this. I follow your social media as always. You did not have a off weekend. You're back home in South Florida, correct? With your team or with your
Yes, yes,
alumni. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got a chance
What was
finally.
that like? to be back in South
Yeah,
Florida with your
you
and
know,
your legendary playing career there, many honors with the volleyball program. What was that like for you to be in the middle of your season, be able to go back to your alma mater?
yeah, I definitely don't get a chance to do that very often, right? We don't the schedules don't always work out. Um, but it worked out this time. I was able to, reconnect. A former teammate of mine is now the head coach there, so she was able to do um, a really good job of just getting a bunch of us back at that time, and it was nice to be back to see the school, to kind of remember the glory days, and the things that we used to do, and just have a fun weekend with my friends, and really I think just reassure that this experience is so important, and I'm really happy for our players, for them to be having a great experience, and I hope that opportunities like that will present themselves for them as well, and it will be as much fun as mine was when I went back to USF. Really proud of the things we did that as a team, but very grateful for the people and the friendship I was able to do there. And we're always finding ways to stay in touch. And so I understand the value of the experience, and we worked really hard to make sure that our players are having a positive one, and they're maximizing, what they can do athletically, and just as people as well. So it was a really nice reminder. It was nice to be back in warm weather a little bit, and just the palm trees and all that. So I missed Tampa. It's a little bit of a home away from home for me. So it was nice to get back there, see some people. Came back with a heart full, and now just finish stronger here this season.
Yeah, and how important is that alumni relationship? We talk about so much about the current players. Obviously, they're the ones playing right now. But how big is that building that alumni relationship? We'll talk about Georgia Tech or South Florida. But is that a big part of your program? Making sure you keep in touch with the former players, keep that relationship going, just to
For
build
sure,
that
for
family
sure.
atmosphere.
Um, I think everybody loves being a part of it. I think that it's this place always holds a special heart, or a special place in people's heart, and so it's nice for them to feel welcome, feel included. Everybody, what we're doing today didn't happen if it wasn't for our alumni and everything that they've done and paved the way, and um, created the experience that to help us create the experience that we're having here now. So we're definitely very grateful. We're very proud of the things that they're doing. Um, but we love for them to come back and really talk about how special this time in your life is. And I think that we understand that, we value that, and we work really hard to make our players understand that, take advantage of it, really be about having a positive experience, be good for the people around them, and really just maximize the environment and the opportunities that they have. And we're very grateful for our alumni and everything that they've done. We had a great alumni weekend a couple weeks ago, and a great turnout. And it's always fun to have them come back, all from different stages of life, but that everybody kind of had that same feeling, about the game, about the experience, about the school, about what was like to be a student athlete here. Um, so they really do a really good job at that, and it's always fun to be able to go back and feel like you're 18 and 20 again, and then realize you're not anymore. So it's nice, it's fun, and it's always it's cool to be a part of it.
Is the biggest shock when you have former players you've coached? Are they parents now, or they're bringing their sons and daughters to you? Is that kind of
Yeah.
when you realize that I've had experienced that myself? I'm out of college 20 years now, and yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
definitely definitely is that a unique experience for you having your former players that you recruited as high schoolers, and now they're starting families and they're doing their own businesses and everything like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to just see their evolution in life, and the stages and the path that they go. And it's nice to go back and see your teammates, and we're all kind of sharing the same experiences as being, mom of young kids, and doing our careers, and doing all that. And we always talk about how much the experience here has helped us have the life that we're having now. So it's really cool to understand the impact of this experience in their life and in the future, and to really it gives a perspective of how much responsibility we have to make sure that we are putting our players in the best position possible, so they have their great experience, and they can go on with their lives and through the phases of their life, a little more equipped with everything that we learned through the sport of volleyball, and being part of a team, that it's going to be really valuable for the rest of their life.
Well, Michelle, thank you for your time. We greatly appreciate it. And good luck against Pitt. We'll be watching.
Thank you. Appreciate you.